What is going on, everybody? We're back on it for the first time. Not even sure if I'm pronouncing this correctly. Frieren? Yeah, you guys will let me know how to pronounce it. Episode 1. Season 1. It's 28 episodes, I think, for the season. So everybody will see this, Patreon and YouTube included. We'll see this on Monday the 13th. And then starting next Monday, so not this week, next Monday, the 20th, and the 25th. So these are going to be Frieren, or however you pronounce it, is going to be Monday and Saturday uploads until we finish it. So about 14 weeks to get it done. It's not going to Patreon. It's going to be strictly on YouTube. But this week, Saturday, you will see Dawn to Dawn, if I'm even pronouncing that correctly. Episode 1 of that will be this Saturday. Then that's being removed, and it's going to be finished on Patreon. Then once I finish it on Patreon, I'll come dump the rest of the Dawn to Dawn back on YouTube. So that's where this week will just be 1 episode, but next week going forward will be 2 episodes until we finish it. I've just been kind of looking for the next best thing. I feel like I'm itching for, and it's hard to say that because some of these are like the most well-renowned animes and manga and stories out there, so it's hard to think like you can just find stories to replace it. But I'm looking for the next Attack on Titan. I'm looking for the next Berserk. I'm looking for the next Death Note. I'm looking, and even a step down, I'm looking for the next Hunter x Hunter, the next Vinland Saga. And I feel like, and I asked people, I asked my Patreon members, I asked people that in live streams and on YouTube and in person, friends that I have that do anime and manga, like, what are you watching? What are you reading like now? Like, what's the new Attack on Titan that's in the streets? Not like exactly like Attack, but that feeling, that level of just masterpiece, storytelling, action, perfection. Like, are you reading anything that's like that? Are you watching anything that's like that? And everybody I talk to, in person, online, it's just like, no, like there's good stuff out right now, but nothing is like on that level. And like there's good stuff out right now. I would put everything else kind of in a good bucket, and the good bucket is heavy. You put One Punch Man, Chainsaw Man, Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen, My Hero. Like it just all kind of gets dumped into that bucket of like, it's flashy, it'll trend for a little bit, it's got some cool character designs and flashy art styles and fights and stuff like that, but like, where's the next like groundbreaking thing? I don't know where it is, but I've heard some high praise for this right here. I've had a lot of people say like it's great, it's really, really good, but everyone says it's not my style or something I wouldn't like. Not quite sure what that means. Not everything has to be Dragon Ball fight level. Not everything has to be as intricate as Attack on Titan. Sometimes if something is just good, it's just good. Whether it's Ki Blast that could blow up planets, or somebody writing down names in a notebook. Like if something story-wise in just a show, a book, and if sometimes something is just good, it's good. So I've been hearing a lot of good things on this. Again, I don't know if this is just, I don't know what this is about. I have absolutely no idea. But I hear great things about it. I've not read a synopsis, no anime summary, no episode 1 title, no nothing. So it's gotten a lot of praise. And I know sometimes a lot of things that get a lot of praise don't deliver. I've had that sometimes with Avatar and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I've also had some things that got high praise that like it started off, I was like, I don't get it. But then after I sat on it and rewatched it, I was like, wow, it is. And that was Vinland Saga. Vinland Saga was probably the last thing where people were going crazy for, like, it's the next, like, it's groundbreaking. I was like, is it though? I watched season 1, I was like, it's just not it. Then I rewatched it and really got into season 2, and I'm like, okay, this is great. So I have high hopes for this. We'll be uploading this 2 times a week, Mondays and Saturdays, starting next week. This week it'll just be Monday. No idea what to expect, but I hear it's good. So 28 episodes, let's dive into it. We'll watch the intro only for this episode. I might even have to get rid of it because YouTube loves to copyright me for outros and intros, so we'll try to skip, probably have to mute it, but let's see. Vinland Saga, Hunter x Hunter and things. Are you watching anything that's on your level of great? I'd be curious to know what that is for some. So, we'll see. Kind of vibe with the song. I do like the art style as well. The line work is thin, which I'm usually not a fan of, but it seems, even though it's thin, it seems defined. Called Heaven. Oh, like we're actually in heaven? Is this a folk tale, or are we really walking around in heaven? It's very, I've never watched it, but what's the thing that everybody talks about that has the animation style? Studio Ghibli? Is that how you pronounce it? You know, like when you see that animation style? Oh, fuck, I'm not even in the subtitles. Hold on. Audio. Japanese. Let's try this again. I didn't ask you guys what it should be, but I don't need to ask. We're going Japanese with English subtitles. Usually 99% of the time, that's the preferred way. I was wondering where the subtitles were. Frieren. It's a girl's name, okay? It's not a place, it's her name. Yeah, I've never seen anything with like Studio Ghibli or however you pronounce it. But if someone was to say the art style, that's what I would have this as. Defeated the Demon King. Okay, hold on now. Who's this Gimli character, this Lord of the Rings thing we got going on here? So if I had to assume, he's proficient with the sword. The Gimli boy's over there proficient with the axe. I don't know what the priest does. If you had to guess, she's got magic abilities of some kind. Just kind of putting that together. So it's her name. Okay. That thing was talking about heaven. Yes, I have a filter on here. Yes, it'll have to stay on here. I know your favorite YouTuber's favorite YouTuber probably has this in triple 4D HP 2040K with full audio and everything, but you know we've never, when I had 2 subscribers, I was never able to do that. When I had 2,000, I was never able to do that, so. You know what the art style reminds me of as well? Full Metal. Priest drinking? Should you be doing that, buddy? Yeah, you corrupt priests. Correct. I think it's just the years of watching shonen. Is this considered a shonen, by the way? When there's peaceful times, especially in like the first episodes, there's usually always something tragic that happens. So I don't know if this is considered a shonen, but I'm waiting for like something tragic to happen. Hyder's the dwarf? No, Aizen or whatever his name is, the dwarf. She's got her staff. Sailor Moon vibes. I don't know. And again, maybe it's because I just watch modern shonen. I don't know if I've ever watched a story with a main female character. No, I don't think I have. I know of Sailor Moon, but I've never watched it. Seen an episode randomly here or there, but I've never watched it. Yeah, 10 years to you, mage. What do you live for, hundreds of years plus? Y'all see that? Is that normal? What is that? I thought it was like a shooting star, but this is like... meteor shower. Okay. Okay. Once every 50 years. Ironic. What a coincidence. I'm waiting for like a colossal titan to peek over this wall in front of them or something. It's very, very relaxed at the moment. I feel uneasy. Hmm? If he's alive in 50 years. I have a feeling she lives an abnormally long life the way she kind of talks compared to the way they kind of talk. I'm curious if she's not their age. How old is she really? Well, after a decade, see you guys. Collecting spells. 100 years or so. Girl, you're gonna stop by like every 10 years. Like, you come around every 100 years, we're long gone. An elf. Okay. Yeah. So she's an elf, okay. I didn't know if she was just a mage. I didn't know there was a race of elves. Wait, are we really about to go through decades worth and she's just gonna randomly show back up? The people will be gone. I wonder if we ever see those guys again that we just saw, if it's not just in flashbacks. The whole world will change. And she has to collect spells. That's interesting, she can't just learn them, or maybe that's what learn means. She goes around collecting spells, aka learning them. Collect to me means like take. Why is she getting eaten by this chest over here? It's a very isolated life though. And especially it's even more isolated when you live an extremely long amount of time and others around you don't. Are there no other elves or mages like her? Himmel is dead, girl. Oh, wow. She hasn't stopped by then and it's been 50 years. They might not be alive. I kind of want them to be, but I wouldn't be shocked if one, if any, were. Damn. They're gonna be old men, all three of them, with families and kids of their own. Eh? It's not Himmel. If anything, it's the dwarf. Eisen was his name? Something with an E? Wait, is that Himmel? He shrunk that much? Is that him? I think it is him because I don't think the dwarf would have talked this much. Damn. That man really shriveled up. He's just had that there, just putting this evil aura on him the whole time. There's no way him living around that for 50 years has been healthy. Fair. Thought we weren't recording for a second. That would have been unfortunate. Can you cleanse that thing, girl? Why is it... Yeah, she has no concept of things. Everything to her has no... What's the word I'm looking for? Almost no significance. Because everything to her is just a blip. Accomplishments and goals, time. means nothing when you live, when you're immortal, essentially. Why did he shrink so much? That's crazy. Are the others dead? I would assume. Mm. They're alive. Nice. Heiter. Eisen, are you also an elf under there? Dwarf. Might take that long to travel there. Yeah. Damn. Everybody had a nice aging in life. And he just got screwed. You think the crew's got one more adventure in them? Mythical beast? Or just our average horse? Oh shit. He's got the juice. That dog was massive. Or he's just extremely small. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, hold on now. Saw a little bit of action. Yeah, I can see a theme here already. I don't know if I'm just talking shit, but I'm curious if a part of this journey, beyond Journey's End, I'm curious if it's Frieren trying to realize the little things in life, time, enjoy the moment type stuff, if that's part of her journey as well. Surely there are others out there like her, right? Made me think he's gonna pass in this episode. We get introduced to him and he dies all in one episode just from natural. Yep. No family, no nothing? No kids, grandkids? I feel like he was the youngest of the group when they returned. Maybe these are. He's got people that care about him. She shows no emotions. Yeah, I see it. It definitely seems to be a theme of like, what does life mean to her? It doesn't mean anything. Years pass. Why does it matter? What was that? So why should she feel sad? Only went on adventures. But to him, that was a life's worth of adventures. What they did. To her. Oh shit, she's trying to rationalize it. There's emotions coming out. It didn't hit her till it was too late. Well, if you leave again and don't come back for 50 years, you know the other two will be gone as well. Damn. It's kind of sad now. Yeah, it's kind of sad. Damn, for him to say that after one of their companions just died is kind of wild to say. Like, oh, I probably never see you guys again. Let me see your faces. Nice. He seems to be happy and at peace with it as well. Okay. The two non-humans. What does she collect so many spells for? What do you do? She's got to find a new group. Make friends. Pull the beer back. She sounds like she said she wanted to learn more about humans. Go find some new human companions. No, you won't. They won't see each other later. Yeah, that seems to be a theme we have going here. Her learning about humans and collecting these spells. Now I'm curious, of course, there's probably other elves in this world, other mages. Do they have the same, like, where does that attitude of hers come from? Is that how all elves think? Like, oh, it was just 10 years. I'll see you guys in another 100 years or whatever. Are there other, like, ones that have connections? 20 years after the death of Hemo, the hero, on the outskirts of the holy city. Companion. Human companion. The purple on the purple, though? Purple hair on purple eyes? Okay. 20 years after his death! Oh, wow. I just now thought of it. This man's living a good long life. Nice. Good to see he's still kicking. It's been 70 years since the adventure, and he already had like 20 years on him. This man might be well into his hundreds. War orphan. Because we've seen 70 years pass. I think he was at least 15 to 20. He still looks good, though. Before you died. Appreciate it. Look after the girl. Yep. How do you know that? How do you know somebody has the potential to be a mage if you don't, like, practice the arts? Can mages not take? Well, she'll be alone. She'll die by herself, no? Just look after her. If not going to take her as an apprentice, at least. Lost spells of resurrection and immortality. Want to go ahead and try that on me one time? What the hell? You got 5 or 6 years, buddy? You want this for you? Also, fair. Why? Because you have the girl to look after? Just to see that she'll be old enough and okay. If it's for the girl. You can at least teach her if you're not going to take her out there. I wonder what gives one the possible skill to be a mage. Or to have potential to be. Holy shit, is that her staff? Is that hers? Why is that like that? You know, it's one way to make somebody immortal and that lives forever to have feelings. Have them look after a kid. That'll run their emotions. I love that size of that staff, though. Mana. She's out of mana. Oh, from across the valley. Are you gonna give her a dramatic face or no? I want to see like a One Piece mouth open face from her. No, damn. I thought that looked wild as hell. Has she just been raw dogging this solo herself? How did she get this trained? Or not even trained, just pure power. That looked insane. Oh! And we hit the end. Can we go back and look at that though? I can tell some of the visuals of Frieren doing her magic, or Fern, and whoever else we run into that possesses magic might be crazy. That looked insane, by the way. Holy shit. I was really hoping for like a Usopp mouth open Zoro Luffy face. But I'm assuming that maybe the show doesn't go that type of style. So we saw her do it, and I think we saw when they were beating up on that giant dog, she did it as well. It's a crazy sight, it really is. I think those two were definitely the shots of the episode. I'm interested. So and it's not just one of those that's like, oh, he's just saying he's interested because everybody said it will be great and it's not his style, so he's trying to like, I'm intrigued by it. Whenever there's like a step above, there's like an overarching umbrella theme to a story, like that overlooks the rest of the story, it can hold a story for a long time. You know, I'm gonna start rattling off some animes here, so spoilers if you haven't seen them, but like Attack on Titan, they have everything they're trying to like decipher and learn inside the walls and the backside, but like the greater picture is like, what is out there? Where do they come from? And that just kind of like hovers over it, you know, and things like that. And as you get deeper into like the Hunter of it, you know, one of the big arcs, trying to decipher between like ant and human, and where does that line blur? And humans more like ants, ants more like humans. You know, Death Note, trying to see like the morality of it all. Like, what is that something you would do? Vinland Saga. Like, why do we keep killing? Can the cycle of war, and the cycle of war is something that's told in not just animes but literature, all types of stuff. but doesn't mean it's executed and done correctly. So right now, I do like where this is going. Doesn't mean it'll be great, but I like the vibes off the first episode. Visuals look great. Again, like I'm not a fan of like the loose lines. So I think there was only like 1 or 2 shots here where I was like, ooh. And that was when they had the older Eisen beat the dog, like in this shot right here. It's like the thinner lines that I'm not a fan of. But overall, just like the landscape of it all. I'm a vibe of like the color scheme, all of it. And I do like the question of like, and you see this in other type of movies, shows, whatever. When you're dealing with immortality, like things are in a blink of an eye to you that to humans in normal lifespan people would be a big deal. Like them going on that 10-year adventure, like that's going to be the highlight of their lives. They're never going to experience something like that again. In the little bit of friends and time that they make along the way, like those are going to mean something to them. When to you, that 10-year adventure, you might repeat that 10 other times in your lifespan. You might have had a 4-man squad 15, 20 times in however, maybe, I don't know if elves are truly immortal or do they eventually age out at like 500 to 1,000 years. I don't know, but it's wild to see, and you see her contemplating it. Like I said, one way to get those emotions going, team up with a kid. That'll definitely test her and push her and have her realize some things about life, because it might get to a point where like the little girl is something that she wants to protect, and maybe that's a feeling that she hasn't had before, of like, why is that precious to her? Is it because a friend of a friend told her to? Does she want to see this girl live? There's a lot of questions. And as far as, can anybody just be a mage? Is it only an elven thing? Like if this girl's a straight 100% human, which I'm assuming this is the girl in the picture here, the purple-haired girl, maybe, which seems about right. I mean, if Frieren doesn't age, this girl could grow up, live, turn old, just like the priest, and die before the story finishes. That could be the new squad. But again, I'm assuming maybe humans have the ability to learn magic as well. It's not just an elven thing, which would be pretty cool if it's not exclusive to them. And I think aside from the overarching of her trying to figure out like why life is precious and enjoy the moments and have emotion and connections, I think the other thing that intrigues me is the quote unquote collecting of spells. And what does that mean? Is that just something you must continue to do as an elf or a mage? Is it just what interests her so she does it? Is there an end goal to it? Tons of questions with that, but solid first episode. I think that's the first episode of something I've watched in a while that didn't end with like the city getting destroyed or someone's parents getting murdered or something tragic like that. So yeah, we're here for it. I did like the crew kind of getting older, all within the blink of an eye. Now again, what was it? Hemo, Eisen, and I forget the third. Will we ever get to see a flashback of that 10-year journey and the Demon King they defeated and the years worth of prosperous peace that they allowed? I don't know. But I'm here for it. It's interesting. Episode 1 down, 27 more to go. So yeah, this will be up again next Monday, and then starting next week it'll be Monday, Saturday until we finish the remaining 27 episodes. So that'll be just over 4, 8, 12, just about 3.5 months, which I feel like is a good pace, because you don't want to oversaturate it and pump out like 5 episodes a week, which I guess you could, but that'll be a good pace. And we'll keep it going from there. Appreciate it, everybody. Like, share, subscribe, and as always,